Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah, I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford.
Merci, merci beaucoup, beaucoup. يعني
مش بدك فيه. بطلع على هيك. تعال خدي له مشكلة اللابتوب قرب.
ها؟
طال وصلي معي.
فقص فيها كم بدأت تشرج
كرمالك طفى؟ شو الحكي؟ ما رجعت دورت فيه تحت. والله بعرف هي شاطرة.
مش هيك
لكن بس طفي الدفاية إذا داير. خلص نعيم لا بده ياخذوا ساعة مش مشكلة جاي نعيم ماني جعان. انت رايحة تدوري الكمبيوتر هسه. كلك إذا الدفاية دايرت فيها.
مش دايرة.
القضية مش عايز تيها خديها بطريقة.
لا دايرة.
الله. جربي عشان تليفون مشان يصير سحبوا منه معلومات وفيش معلومات يعني. يكون يسقط أو خط ثابت لحتى يسحبوا بالمناطق مش يسحب. ما بعرف في شيء في بقلبه في شيء بيروح ويجي مش فاهمين عم يصير.
هي ألوان.
انت حاطين هيك يعني؟
ايه.
مش عارف لو فكرت في شيء هون.
لا إذا طفى الدارك.
ما هي طالع تجيب هي كمان. ما طفى هي طلع يقول لك حياتي اللي جوا. شو بعرف كيف شو بعمل؟ بقول لك ايه ولا لا ولا ما بحكي.
مساء الخير، كيفكم؟ والله سمعت خبرية إنه عمل بالذات بكرة عنده مؤتمر صحفي ممكن ينصح رجال الأوجه ما عم يختلف معه. هذه تعتبر خبرية أكثر.
دي بروكي فاهم؟ ليه ما رحت عذرت حيلك ورحت معنا نفس العيلة ما تستصحب عيلة مستصحب عادي عيلة ما تدفعش في المرة مقياس ولا حتى باللبناني كنا كان في بيرفع عادي على المكنة بيرفع بس ما حدش ولا قامت ما قدرتش تسحب عادي سحب عادي أنا وزوزو أسمر وكذا واحد مسلمين بمدرسة معناه سحب المرة
يعجز الكلام عن الوصف.
طفى.
بس فيني افتح انا فيديوهات يوتيوب ولا ما فيني؟ بيطلعوش كوبيرايت عندي ستوب؟ لا افتح يوتيوب اكيد
طيب. ايش والله تحتك.
الناطر اللي اسالك استاذ
ميرسي. صار 96%.
حلوين زي الفل.
الله من عنده يرزقك يا استاذ
Today we are waiting for a guest to arrive. The guest has arrived. Have you already guessed it in the comments? Let me know.
لا يا خي لا
نحن لم نشهر الانتخابات.
نحن مبدئيا عم نشتغل الانتخابات الموضوع
الحروب بسيطة عرفنا مش قصة مناظر. الحل عقل تدخل علي وعلى النظام وعلى هذا الطريق التعاطي. يلا
انسى انا بدي انطر بحط دولار اسحب فريق معيش بيطلع $100 تقريبا لانه بدل ما قبل ما كانش يلحق $100 هلا لحق $100 تاني والحلقه طلعنا 20 و100 صارت على 23 وشيء او 24 بيفرق معي خيي على لي 100,000 120,000. بضلوا يجيبوا لي شيء تاني.
لا بس يا حبيبي كل واحد يهتم بالأجاليه بهذا الظهور.
Fatima, are you excited? Yes? Who's coming today? Who's coming today? Your friends, right? Peanut, who's coming? Huh? Is it your friend? Is your friend coming? Huh? Yes? Yes, we haven't seen her in a very long time. Yes.
هي من بتاعت يلا احنا
ماشي، أنا طبعا بفكر في إيه في التصديق أحسن ما يصير فينا في الشهر الماضي. تهيل على الحظ الشهر الماضي يلعب حظك أخسرت الأداء شوي وجيت انسحبت الاثنين في الحضرة. فيقولك حقين إذا هلا كمان هيك هلا الثانية مع اللي عم تبرك.
We just came out to enjoy today's sunset. It's an exciting day, as every day. Today we are waiting for a guest to arrive. To be very specific, we're waiting for somebody to come home, and that somebody is landing in 2 hours. We cleaned the whole condo. Everything is ready for the arrival, and Peanut is very, very excited because the last time this person saw Peanut was actually little. Yes, we have a picture. Maybe I'll put the picture here if I can find it. Oh, no, don't, don't, don't. Maybe I'll put the picture here if I can find it. Oh, no, don't, don't, don't.
حبيبي حبيبي يا مجنون. انت موجود على الرحمن خلي يلا عندك ان شاء الله ان شاء الله تصبح معنا شوية. يلا خير خير.
But yeah, we are super, super excited to welcome this person home back to the Philippines. Actually, it's not one person, it's actually two, but one is arriving today, the other one is arriving tomorrow, and we can't wait to have a little friends reunion. And Mike also came back from Subic, so we have the car. We're going to pick her up from the airport, and let's pray for no traffic. So let's see if that is possible during rush hour. Wanna say hi to the vlog? Wanna say hi to the vlog? Welcome back home. How are you? Tired. Yes, you had to wake up super, super early these days. Are you excited for a guest, right? But before she arrives, you have to take a rest. Yeah. Okay. I can take care of the food. You take care of the. Yes, she will give you lots of cuddles. The guest has arrived. Have you already guessed it in the comments? Let me know. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Mommy, I'm home. Mamu, hi. I know. Wait. Sweet. There's cousins. Kevin. There we go, my intro. Flipping and stretchy. Alright, as you guys saw, it's Zoe. So Zoe came from, where did you come from? Sri Lanka. With
ايه؟
لا.
في جات صح؟
مثل المباري بس طيب لهم بالفيش بالفايش نبي المباري.
طويلين يا عظيم. مسويني انا باكل ما بنعمل كده.
We should order chocolate. There's like, geography. Mango pie.
Somebody said Jollibee.
Yes. Oh, can you do the jolly dance? Jollibee dance? Jolly. I don't know what it is, but this is it now. Actually, there's a vlog of us dancing to the Jollibee.
We edited ourselves into the Jollibee app.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people noticed that.
So I think we'll just order now and then see Zoe's first reaction.
Because I have not had some good fried chicken in a really long time. I have been eating spicy beef curry for so long. Lots of chicken.
Okay.
But you guys are good. Chicken, right?
Yeah.
Chicken. Chicken joy. Excessive chicken joy. How many chicken joys?
Are you ordering like
I
bucket?
feel like that would be more sensible.
Yeah, I can have a bucket. I'm fine with a bucket.
Bucket is good, but also one two piece extra spicy. That's one thing.
Yeah. I was like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Alrighty.
It's time.
Alright. We got plenty.
White rice.
We had
ازاي
pizza
جملتك
on the
وين؟
late afternoon, so we're just going to have chicken joy. Right, Maya? Thank you.
Chicken joy.
Take the portion for the-
بعدين ازاي هودي مش في مكان موجودين مش في كل الجوليبي موجودين.
1 gram of fried chicken per day that you'll get.
سلطة في الجيب.
Yeah, it's so nice.
هذا كان في عندنا كنا هناك.
مثل كيف سي هنا.
بس انا ما انتبهت له.
مثل لايك
ما سبايسي.
That's it. I'm home. You guys going home?
Not sponsored by chicken.
No, chicken nuggets. Give me the gravy. Give me my rice.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, Costa, how are you guys? So April 1, today's the day. There have been a lot of good news and there are more good news to share to you. Last night we talked about the Bureau of Immigration Advisory. Today we'll summarize the changes for April 1. Plus there is IATF Resolution 165-D, which also brings good news. So let's start with the first change for today. That is the arrival quota for unvaccinated passengers is lifted. So there is no more pandemic arrival quota in the Philippines. That is about international flights, no? There is no more arrival quota for unvaccinated travelers. However, foreigners still need to be fully vaxxed to enter the Philippines. That restriction still applies. Foreigners, foreign tourists, balikbayans, former Filipinos po, if you're 12 years old and older, still need to be fully vaxxed po. As of right now, for those who choose not to be vaccinated, foreigners, You still have to wait till they lift that restriction. Now on to the travel insurance and exit ticket. A lot of people rejoice, especially balikbayans. Last night, the immigration announced that foreign spouse or children of Filipino citizens and those availing balikbayan privilege, like former Filipinos, your spouse or children traveling with you, foreign nationals with visas except 9A will be exempted
انت
from the
امبارح الدخل اول اشهر كويس. عامل انجليزي فلبيني ما بدوش insurance.
travel insurance and exit ticket requirements. So no need to get insurance mga former Filipino dyan na hindi nag-acquire ng dual citizenship, no need na po. And same with your spouse and your children, hindi na nila kailangan. If, let's say, this question has popped up from Erica Joyce. Just want to make it clear, I'm confused. My husband is from Japan and he's traveling alone to the Philippines. I am here in the Philippines. Does he need insurance and exit ticket? Well, it is crystal clear here in the Bureau of Immigration Advisory, foreign spouse and or children of Filipino citizens. So it does not mention here that they have to travel with the Filipino principal.
Even on traveling alone, if I'm a Filipino spouse, I can enter without insurance.
Filipino spouse or parent. And although it is also not clear what do they have to provide proof that they are indeed spouse or children of Filipino citizens. For me, it's best to bring, if you're a foreign spouse or a child of a Filipino traveling alone to the Philippines, no, without your Filipino spouse or without your Filipino parent, then I would suggest to bring proof that you are indeed a spouse or child of a Filipino. So for the spouse, a marriage certificate. For the child, a birth certificate. You can also bring a copy of the passport, Philippine passport bio page of your spouse, Filipino spouse, or Filipino parent. How about foreign parents, Jennifer? So for example, a foreign parent, let's say you're a foreigner, you have a kid in the Philippines, are you also exempted from showing insurance and exit ticket? No, foreign parents are not included in the exemption for travel insurance and exit ticket. Foreign parents who are not married to Filipinos will need insurance and exit ticket. The third change for April 1 is that the Philippines finally reopened to the world, meaning visa issuances, applications will resume. This is contained in the IATF Resolution 165-D. Listen up, guys, especially visa required nationals. With the reinstatement of visa issuance and visa-free entry privileges for fully vaccinated nationals, beginning today, April 1, the DFA will restore fully visa issuances and visa entry privileges, including but not limited to APEC Business Travel Card, ABTC holders, AJMCS or AJACSS UK visa to its pre-pandemic state. Yes, this is basically what it means is that the Philippines will go back to pre-pandemic level when it comes to visa-free entry, visa issuances. Yeah, it's like 2020. So this is good news for APEC travel card holders, and then Indians and Chinese. For Indians with valid US, Japanese, Australian, Canadian, Schengen, Singapore, or UK visa or permanent resident visa or permit may avail visa-free entry into the Philippines. So just like pre-pandemic times, for example, if you're an Indian with valid US visa, Japanese, Australian, then you may enter the Philippines visa-free. You will be given a stay of not more than 14 days. That can be extended up to 21 days. Please be mindful that this is non-convertible to other visa categories and it's strictly for tourism. Yeah. While for Chinese nationals, Chinese tourists in the Philippines, they may also avail of visa-free entry. So as long as the nationals from the People's Republic
على pre-pandemic يعني يعطونا 90 يوم.
Pre-pandemic visa.
ايوه شو بيجيب انشورنس على 90 يوم بدفعش $200. بفضل لهم انا سباوس فلبين. passport Filipino condition too. Alone. I will send it.
Of China holds a
Is a lot of much food.
That's Palermo.
valid American, Japanese, Australian, Canadian, Schengen, or AJACS visa may avail of this visa-free privilege. At any port of entry, major or secondary, or even seaports or cruise ships vessels, they may enter visa-free. They will be allowed to stay not exceeding 7 days, although this can be extended up to 21 days. But again, this is also non-convertible, strictly for tourism
Visa without
purposes.
convertible.
Exchange on visa issuances is
بالظبط
welcomed
موضوع كده يعني مش انه بكده ان هي بتصير بعدين بزنس يا هي اهو
by the Department of Tourism. This will restore the second language sector in the country, as it will enable foreign nationals to travel to the country visa-free or using 9A visas and applying
الناس
for
خلاص
special.
خلاص. شو بدي اعمل
مش
لك؟
هقول عنده جميل
شو بدي اعمل لك؟ بدي كبس لك يعني.
مش ايش اذا في ضايق يسويها كل تليفون
نطرد فان. نطرد فان.
يعني في يعني انا فيني اخد ستادي فيزا بالفلبين I will study بعمل بي اتش دي دكتوراه I will pay for it and I will make بسأل ليه سألها شو الدكتور
Study permit upon entering in the country. You know, Philippines is a popular destination to study English, especially Cebu, Baguio, ESL schools in the country are already gearing and prepared to welcome these foreign students who would like to study English here. Nevertheless, the Department of Tourism clarified that you need to be fully vaxxed to enter if you're foreign national. And you still need to show a negative test result. So for foreign nationals who are interested to apply for a visa at the Philippine embassies and consulates abroad, you can go ahead to visa.gov.ph. That is the online visa application system. It's used by all embassies and consulates. And that's the first step for a visa application. Another good news on international travel. Singapore, starting today, reopens to the world as well. Reopens to most countries. VTL flights will no longer be required. Foreign travelers, including children 12 and below, will be able to enter Singapore quarantine-free with fewer requirements. So no more VTL flight requirement or insurance, and you don't need the vaccinated travel pass anymore. You only simply need these three things: negative test result, proof of vaccination, and Singapore arrival card. And they also have a contact tracing app, Trace Together. Now this is the summary of all that you need. I know this is what you guys traced together. Now this is the summary of all that you need. I know this is what you guys are waiting for. Filipino citizens, negative test result, one half pass QR code, vaccination proof. For unvaccinated non-OFWs po, kailangan ng pre-book quarantine hotel for 5 nights.
Sa Philippines.
For balikbayans, those who will be availing with buying privilege, former Filipinos, foreign spouse, and children traveling together, negative test result, either RT-PCR or antigen. An old Filipino passport or birth certificate, while for the spouse, marriage certificate, for the child, birth certificate. Passport should be more than 6 months valid upon entry, accepted vaccination proof, and one half pass QR code. Yes, guys, one half pass is still needed for all passengers. While foreigners and acne visa holders, negative test result, passport should be more than 6 months valid, vaccination proof, travel insurance, exit ticket, and then one half pass QR code. While for foreign spouse and child of Filipinos, negative test result, passport should be more than six
What
months
happened?
valid, vaccination proof, and
ما في انشورنس هذا.
The foreign spouse.
لا قبل وين مكتوب؟
one half passport should be more than 6 spouse
ما أدري.
and child of Filipinos, negative test result,
معلش. Right? This one I have it. This one I have it. This one I have it. Only this.
passport should be more than 6 months valid, vaccination proof, and one half pass QR code. For foreigners holding a visa except 9A visa, a negative test result, passport should be more than 6 months valid, accepted vaccination proof, and one half pass QR code. That's it. So this is all for today, guys. The updates and the summaries for changes for April 1. Let me know if you have any questions. For foreign nationals who will be applying for a 9A visa, care to share your experience, or you can email me. I would like to share your experience to others. And this is all for today. Stay blessed and safe.
جيب لك هنا اللابتوب. شو بدك تخلص فيه؟
الفكرة ده عالي.
انت ليه
Useful, hey? So the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is a decent phone with decent specs, but because it is a flip phone, it might actually have a few design quirks that will annoy you. Now, I bought this one for myself, and I absolutely love the thing, but yeah, after a few weeks of actually using it, I've realized it's definitely not going to be for everybody. So I think it'd be worth making this video just to show people what they're getting into if they decide to buy one of these things. Here are 5 things you need to know before you buy a Galaxy Z Flip 3. One, it doesn't actually fold completely flat. This shouldn't have surprised me too much because if you look at past iterations of the thing, or even just images online, you can tell there's a little bit of a gap here. But yeah, I was surprised when I first used it. You can see a little bit of space between the glass that tapers down from the hinge until it's completely close to the base. This means if it's in your pocket and your pockets are full of dust and lint, like mine often are, it's very likely you'll end up opening your phone to find a crease filled with said pocket garbage. This is just not something I ever had to deal with on a flat phone. There is a solution though, just make sure to clean out your pockets more often. Speaking of the fold, the second major thing that really struck me is how noticeable the fold on the screen is. The dent it makes in the screen is actually relatively deep, so if you touch it, you will know about it. It can also be quite visible depending on the ambient light in the room and what it's displaying at the time. The bump even slightly warps the screen, which might annoy you if you like your images or videos to look flat like they were intended. I'm a video guy and a photographer. I love a good image. It doesn't bother me too much, but if you're a bit of a purist, this might actually annoy you after a long period of viewing. Moving around to the front now, and you may remember the earlier Z Flip models had this tiny front screen, which were really only good at showing the time notifications. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger, but in reality, it's still not particularly useful. It will show you really basic information over a range of widgets, but anytime you even want a slight bit of context or control, you're prompted to open the phone anyway. Another thing I for sure thought it would be able to do is toggle quick settings, like the stuff that you get at the top of the phone here, like airplane mode and torch and Bluetooth and stuff like that. That is not available in here. All you get is cover screen brightness and silent settings. That's it. Access to more of these quick settings buttons is really something that I hope Samsung patches in, but I'm not holding my breath. I do like if you swipe right, it'll show you all of your notifications and you can review single messages. It's a great way to tell at a glance what you've missed. And because this is a flip phone, you won't end up being drawn into the world of your phone as much because you don't have to open it and see the whole screen. That I can appreciate. You will actually want to avoid opening this phone too much anyway because, well, the battery dies really quickly. I've been stuck in lockdown the whole time I've had this phone, and even with access to all of my other devices and not moving around that much, hence not needing to use this, I'm still noticing how quick the battery goes. Starting a day at full charge, I found it will often be around 20 to 30% by the end of the workday, so long as I haven't touched it too much. For me, right now at least, it's not a deal breaker because I try to keep off my phone generally and just use it for maps and phone calls and messages, and obviously pictures of Rusty. But I do worry that when I start traveling around more, it might become a problem. If you are a heavy phone user and watch a lot of content on your phone, I can already tell you will not be happy with the battery on this. Finally, and this point is a little bit less measurable, but probably worth talking about, getting one of these might actually change your relationship with how you use your phone. Like I said before, with notifications on the cover screen, you won't get sucked into your phone as much because you can just check out what you missed on the front. Additionally, opening your phone now becomes a deliberate action. It's minor, but it is physically much harder to open your phone to start using it. If you check your phone a lot, having to physically open and close it all the time will get tedious very quickly. So you'll either quit that habit or you'll probably end up ditching this and going for something a bit smoother to operate. So it might seem I'm pretty negative on this phone, but I do want to be clear, I really personally love it because it is built for like me, people who love weird new tech, but also don't want to use their phone that much or are trying to reduce that amount. It's a weird market sliver, but I definitely fit within it. Like, don't get me wrong, I genuinely love this stupid folding thing, but just as I was using it, I could imagine how much it could annoy people who want their phones to be super functional and fade into the background. But this phone just does not do that. It draws attention to itself whenever you use it because you're physically having to interact with it. You feel and see the bump, you have to physically maneuver it, and you will stress about the battery from time to time. It doesn't fade into the background. I love using it because it turns heads and it's genuinely, dare I say, cool to have to open up your phone to use it and then close it when you're done and pop it back in your pocket. Not to mention, it can prop itself up. I just think that's neat. Phones like this are fun and novel, and I love novelty in tech, as long as I can afford it. And yeah, I'm willing to make the trade-offs that I've outlined in this video in order to get to play with one of these. But if you just want your phone to be a phone and not get in the way of your life, then a phone that does these kind of shenanigans, the tech's not quite there. It's probably not worth getting one of these just yet.
تاني حاولوا تستأصلوا. Let it out. زمان في يجي.
بنثبت بعضنا. الساعة 11 هلا؟
مم.
الساعة 11
معرفش يعني معرفش بتاع التلفزيون بتاع التليفون.
وين تليفون؟
لا لا في البيت.
شكلك عم تغير الشاشة.
في ضغير في البيت على الكمبيوتر.
إيه كملت عليها؟
لا ما خلص.
لا.
Forget to put your drink in the fridge? Wrap a wet paper towel around it and put it in the freezer. In just 15 minutes, your
Stop
drink
that.
will be ice cold. You can paint the
تعرفي
end of
يعني
your
إيه؟
key.
بعرفها من زمان. مش يعني ما يعرفين إيه؟ بتلفيها وبتحطيها بس.
Keys with different colored nail polish so you can easily
يعني
iron
كان
it.
نفسك إنك
In just 15, wrap a wet paper towel around it and put it in the freezer. In just 15 minutes, your drink will be ice cold. You can paint the end of your keys with different colored nail polish so you can easily identify which key is which.
هم ناكل
To
بحاول.
stop your wrapping paper from enrolling, you can cut open an old toilet paper roll and use it as a cup. In order to pour the perfect amount of oil or salad dressing, poke holes in the foil seal rather than removing it completely. This prevents a big amount rushing out quickly. To prevent
هي شو الزرار يعني؟
Band-Aids from slipping off your finger, cut a line on either side. The Band-Aid, not the finger. This will create 4 smaller sticky strips rather than one large one, and it will be much easier to secure. When your candle is burned down and the wick is difficult to reach with a lighter, you can use a stick of spaghetti. Just light the end, and you'll have a longer stick that burns just as well, so you can get to those hard-to-reach places. Secure a rubber band over the top of your paint can so that you can wipe excess paint onto it. This stops paint running down the sides of your can and keeps things neat and tidy. If you're struggling to get your taco shells to stay in place, use a muffin tray. Flip the tray upside down, spray it with oil, and place your tortillas in the gap. Cook them for around 10 minutes at 700 degrees for the perfect crispy taco shell. You can use a water.
Yeah, okay. Someone looking for the cameras.
كده تبعنا أجداد بنات.
مش هيتبهدلوا. فرق بسيط والله يعني. فرق. اعرفش ازاي اللي عليها الاكتيفيشن في الموضوع ده.
بس كمان أوكي أنت بس
مش يعني مستهلك منه 100% من الباور تبعه.
بيرضى
بس هو ايه من عصفورة.
To separate egg yolks. Hold the bottle over the yolk and squeeze it to suck the yolk up. Drop it into a
مين
separate
الزلال؟
bowl
مين
and you're
الزلال
good
طبعا
to
كتير
go.
بس اليوم.
Looking for a lost earring or a pin on the floor? Place a stocking over the end of your vacuum and move it over the floor. The small object will get picked up without getting vacuumed. Next time you're struggling to clean your ceiling fan, use a pillowcase. Slide the pillowcase over each blade to wipe off the dust. This way, excess dust is caught inside the pillowcase and won't rain down on you. Poke a straw through your cherries to remove the stems. It's much quicker, and this way you don't waste as much fruit. If you're struggling to put a bracelet on your own hand, try using a paper clip. Open up the paper clip and slip it through the loops on the end of your bracelet. Hold the clip in the middle of your hand with your fingers, then flip the bracelet around your wrist. You should then be able to easily clasp it shut. To properly clean your blender, fill it with soap and hot water. Switch it on for around 10 seconds and let the swirling water do the hard work. Then just rinse it off and it's clean. Put down a strip of masking tape before nailing into plaster walls.
واني شو صاير معه؟ حكيته. تذكري مرة نحن عم نحكي عن مطير البيت أنا وياكي، مطير الجدار. شو صار معنا مرة؟ ملفش الشريط عليه.
ما فاكرة. لا ولا يعني.
كيف صار معنا؟
كيف ما حدا فتح. ما حدا لعب وفتح. فتح قبل. ليش هلا؟
كان مكسور عم بيسويه هيد ما.
ولا. ايه سووا؟ أنا بعد عم صلح. يمكن إجا بيك نص ليل إجا سألنا استعملنا كشف الكهرباء. وين حبيبي هنا؟ بالبيت بيت البيت والأمثال.
كبير.
Stop the plaster from flaking or spreading dust all over the floor. When you're heating up leftovers, make a space in the middle with a spoon. The food will heat up much more evenly. Avoid the mess and frustration of peeling an orange by slicing off one end of the fruit. Then cut 4 to 6 slices, and you'll find the peel will come off much easier. If you're struggling to use your butter because it's too cold, try using a cheese grater. Just grate the butter to make your life much easier. You can make a DIY garden sprinkler using an old plastic bottle. Find some holes all over the bottle and then tape it to the end of your hose pipe. If your shoes smell bad, put a few dry tea bags into the shoe. The tea bags will absorb the smell. Potato chips are a perfect fire starter. The fat, oil, and chemicals inside make them super easy to burn. And yet, we still eat them. Can you see the irony? Try using toothpaste to remove small scratches on furniture. Rub a pea-sized amount on the scratch in a circular motion until the scratch buffs out. Then wipe it with a damp cloth and voila! Candle wax that's been spilled on furniture can be removed with ice cubes. Rather than ruining the finish by trying to scrape it off, fill a plastic bag with ice and let it sit on the wax for a few minutes. The wax will then cool and harden, making it much easier to pick off. Drill a couple of small holes in the bottom of your trash can to stop the bag getting stuck when you pull it down. The holes stop the vacuum lock effect that keeps the bag pinned down. Crayon marks on the wall are a parent's nightmare, but you can use a hairdryer to get them off. Heat the marks for a few seconds to soften the wax, and then you should be able to just wipe it away. If you don't have the correct size coin to put in your shopping cart next time you go to the supermarket, you can use your key instead. If you have a key with a rounded end, you can insert that where the coin would go, and the cart should unlock. You can easily remove the sticky residue from jars using cooking oil. Soak a cotton pad in some oil, then rub it on the sticky area. Allow it to sit for a few minutes, then it should wipe away easily.
Store your cotton buds in a toothpick bottle. This type of packaging usually has a dispenser in the lid. It will allow you to pull out one cotton bud at a time, and you can be sure the remaining supply of your hygiene items is protected from dirt and water. Pretty handy, especially on the road. A toothpick container is also a great storage solution for glitter. Let's say you're going to a music festival. Put your glitter in the bottle and pour the needed amount through the small holes in the lid when you need it. And the rest of the time, the lid will protect your bag from spills. If you don't trust the design of your toothpick container, use some tape to secure the lid to the bottom part before you go. The ring holder on your phone case makes it easy to use your device with one hand. You can send texts, take selfies, and watch videos while lying on your sofa. But it turns out that ring holders can also help with cooking. Remove the ring and attach it to a standard metal jar lid. Place the lid vertically on the food you're currently slicing and hold it this way. Your fingers will be protected from accidents and the slices will be evenly sized. Tea candles usually come in small aluminum cups. When the wax burns out, you can take 2 cups and make a tiny box for storing small items, such as pushpins, jewelry, paper clips, and so on. First, remove the remaining wax. Clean the cups and make 2 small triangle folds opposite each other. This will make the diameter of the bottom cup slightly smaller than that of the top one. This top cup will serve as a lid. You can also use a small piece of tape to secure it to the bottom part. When you're going on vacation, you can store mini soap, picnic spices, vitamin pills, and earplugs in such boxes. Don't forget to mark them with a permanent marker or stickers to avoid confusion on the way. A plastic toothbrush container makes a great travel box for small jewelry or memory cards. No need to spend tons of money on a fancy phone holder. Fold the temples of your sunglasses this way and put them on a flat horizontal surface. Now you can put your phone inside the emergency holder and shoot your TikToks right away. If you have an empty Tic Tac container at hand, this phone holder idea is for you. Cut the box into equal vertical parts, like this. Prepare a piece of cardboard slightly larger than your phone. Glue the Tic Tac halves to the cardboard so that your phone fits perfectly in the middle of this construction. Voila! Also, feel free to make the same holder for your tablet. But make sure that your gadget isn't too heavy for this construction. Here's another budget idea. Don't rush to throw away an empty tape roll. Use a ruler to mark 2 points on the opposite sides of the roll. Then, cut out 2 small inches that will hold your phone. Perfect balance and almost zero waste. Cut used plastic straws into small rings. Put 2 to 3 tablespoons of this stuff on a clean sheet of paper. Then place a sheet of paper on top of it and iron the whole thing. The rings will stick together into a single piece of plastic. Cut out an even circle and you can use it as a coaster for glasses and mugs. Use a meat beater to decorate your cookies. Place equal balls of dough on a baking tray. Now, press them down with your favorite side of the beater. You can dip the beater in cinnamon before doing this to add flavor to your cookies. After baking, you'll get a pattern that can be covered with cream or honey. A simple plastic bottle cap can make a great emergency soap tray.
Vilket det är största
شو بدوق؟ شو هذا فوسفا؟
هذا ستامر هذا مش أوكي بس
رجع محله؟
Butter from the fridge is usually too hard and cold to use right away. There's a way to speed up the process. Fill a large mug with hot water
No,
and wait until the material it's made of heats up. Then pour the water out and cover the butter with the mug. The surface of the butter will melt, and you'll be able to spread it on your toast with no problem. And if you need to soften the entire piece for baking, cut the butter into small pieces and hold them under the hot mug for a bit longer. You can reuse a plastic lid of wet wipes. Remove it from the package and stick it to the hard cover of a sketchbook or notepad. Now you have a pocket to store small stationery. Or you can secure 2 plastic lids together and get a comfy travel box for pills, earplugs, and other small objects. If you have a lot of old Lego pieces that you don't use, don't throw them away. Build a fancy birdhouse or a colorful pot for home plants. You don't need to use a single nail to build this storage system. Use double-sided tape or glue to stick a flat Lego panel on the wall next to your entrance door. Add this specific Lego piece to every keychain that belongs to you and your roommates. Now you can store all your keys in one place. Lego also makes a great book holder or a stand for mugs and candles. Holder or store all your keys in one place. Lego also. Now you can store all Lego piece to every keychain that belongs to you and your roommates. Now you can store all your keys in one place. Lego also makes a great book holder or a stand for mugs and candles. Have you run out of picture frames? No problem. Use 2 large clothespins as a stand. Attach them to the bottom edges of your image, and a creative picture frame is ready. You can make it more stable by gluing the photo to a piece of cardboard. You can also use the same construction as a napkin holder when you're dining outdoors. You heat a pack of popcorn in the microwave, and there are small unpopped grains left. You can get rid of them before you open the bag. See this little tiny hole at the top? Shake the pack over the plate, and all the grains will fall out of the hole. It's much better to peel off the stickers, not from the bottom to the top, but tear them off from the side. This way, the paper remains flat, and its low side doesn't bend. Peel the banana starting from the top, then you will not have to squeeze the bottom of the fruit. The hole on the pan handle can be used not only to squeeze the bottom of it doesn't tear them off from the side. This way, the paper remains flat, and its low side doesn't bend. Peel the banana starting from the top, then you will not have to squeeze the bottom of the fruit. The hole on the pan handle can be used not only to hang it on the wall. You can insert a spoon into this hole while cooking a soup. Cardboard containers with Chinese food can be opened so that 4 paper walls lie flat on the table. So, all you need to do is unfold the container. This way, you'll get a very realistic plate, and scorching food will cool down faster. An easy way to peel an orange is to cut off the top and end of the orange. Then, cut it in the center to the middle. Then unroll the fruit. Almost all people misuse a travel pillow. Usually, the 2 ends of the U-shaped cushion are directed forward. The correct position is to turn the pillow on the other side. The arc should be under your chin, and the 2 ends should look back. Your neck will feel much more comfortable in this position, and you'll get a great nap. Your ceiling fan has 2 modes, for winter and summer. You need to find the switch on your fan. Switch up to start winter mode, or down for summer mode. In summer mode, the fan pushes the air down, and it sucks the air up in winter mode. According to the rules of etiquette, you must first let those who leave the room, building, elevator out, and only then can you enter. First, they come out, then you come in. If you're inside, then you come out first. This simple rule will help to avoid a collision. In restaurants and cafes, toothpicks are always on the table. Most people use them incorrectly when they pick their teeth immediately after eating. The correct and cultured way is to go into the restroom and carefully pull out all the food leftovers from your mouth. Here's the right way to tie a garbage bag without making this little hole on the top. Don't tie these thin straps together. Hold them up, make a knot, wrap them around the knot through the loop, and here you have a good tight seal. To properly dry your sneakers in the dryer, you need to tie the laces together. Then put the sneakers inside the dryer but leave the laces tips sticking out. Close the lid so that it clamps the shoelaces. Done! Wired headphones fit much better in your ear if you put them on in a way when the tips with the wire direct up. Then the wire can be put around the auricle, so your headphones will not fall out of the ear. A bobby pin should be attached with the wave side closer to the head. Then it will not fall out of your hair. Don't brush your teeth with an electric toothbrush using fast movements. The electronic toothbrush should pass smoothly through the teeth. You can tear a bag of sugar with one hand. Hold the bag above a mug. Just place it on your index and middle finger. Then press your thumb into the middle of the bag. It will break the center, and sugar will easily pour out. When you pour juice or milk, keep the neck of the box at the top, above the glass. Then there will be less splashing. You wear sunglasses and enter the room. Where are you going to hide them? Do you leave it on your head, hang it in your shirt collar, or put it in your pocket? The best way is to put the glasses in the breast pocket, so the lenses will be inside, and only one temple sticks out of the pocket. Your glasses will be safely inside, and the lenses will be protected from damage. When you flush the toilet, always cover it with a lid. Small, imperceptible particles of dirty water and germs splash when pressing the flush button while keeping the toilet lid open. You don't have to tear off the plastic sheeting from the dishwasher tablet and crumble it. Just put it in the tank and close it. The water will dissolve the sheeting. It doesn't work with all the brands out there, so check the instructions. The compartment under the stove is not properly used when you put only pans and pots inside. You can put dishes with food there. The heat from the oven will keep the food warm. This is useful when you're waiting for guests who are running late. Almost everyone has a plunger with a round rubber shape. In the movies, we have seen how many times it's used to eliminate a blockage in the toilet. In fact, this plunger is needed to eliminate a blockage in the sink. For the toilet, you need to use another special plunger. You're eating a taco, and all the food is falling out on the other side. Put another tortilla on a plate. All the fallen food will be on it, and thus, you have another small taco. Using a vegetable peeler, most people make only one forward movement to cut the peel. Then, they put the blade back and cut off the peel again. You can cut the peel in the opposite direction and move the peeler back and forth. It will be faster and more efficient. Don't tuck the belt from the bathrobe through the back. Pull it out and thread it in a loop on the side of your stomach. After that, tie the belt as you like. This way, the bathrobe will snuggle tighter to the body. Most of us use toilet paper seat covers incorrectly. The correct way is to put the paper so the round side, in the middle, looks into the back part of the toilet. Advertisements show us that we need to cover the entire surface of the brush with toothpaste. One small pea is enough to brush your teeth. Companies want you to use the paste fast and buy another one. That's why they show this wrong and uneconomical way.
Microwavable instant rice loves to fall over in the microwave, if you're me, that is. And like me, you probably struggled with keeping the package upright. As it turns out, the flaps that fold out from the bottom create a nice sturdy base. Push them out and give it a try. Hey, why didn't I learn this in school? Has that half-finished 2-liter bottle of soda left over from pizza night gone flat? Rather than pouring it down the drain, add it to your compost heap. The sugar feeds good microorganisms and increases the acidity of the pile, helping organic material break down faster. Any pair of scissors will go blunt sooner or later, but don't let that stop you. There's a product in your kitchen that can help bring them back to life fast. Aluminum foil isn't just for leftover lasagna. Fold a sheet of it into quarters and start cutting. Cutting through the foil will sharpen those scissors right up, but not if they're too blunt. Rescue them while there's still time. Those little escalator brushes aren't there to clean your shoes, even though they can do a rather good job. These bristles are actually a serious safety feature. Without them, clothes, shoelaces, and bags can get caught in them when they're too close to the sides. The little brushes are also there to tickle you, to remind you to look down and take care.
Why down? Error checking local disk. Play. Huh? Your device was successfully It's gone. Windows close. Huh? Will close it? Are you sure about?
ليه مش هتظبطك كافيه وسيبها؟ سيبها. كان في الليل أبيض.
لا هيك هذا voice document.